Guys, here's our final video about cell respiration. So if you click on the PowerPoint, which is found in the resources, you can get to the cell respiration song, or you could just Google it on YouTube. Just as a reminder, it does help. So we will be answering questions 64 through 68, the last of them. And what we're going to be looking at first is the total ATP. Again, if you remember the song, this is why we're in it. And so we have 2 ATP that were made from glycolysis. We also in glycolysis we made 2 NADHs. If you were just looking at the last video, each NADH makes 3 ATP. So we get 6 ATP. Then that transition step, we had 2 NADHs. This is the part where we were making acetyl-CoA. So again, 6 ATP. Krebs cycle. 2 cycles, each one made 1 ATP, so we got a total of 2 ATP through the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle also made 6 NADHs and 2 FADH2s, so that's 6 times 3, because each NADH makes 3 ATP, so 6 times 3 is 18. Each FADH2 makes 2 ATP, which gives us 4 ATP, so this is a total of 38. Alright, so the next part, that is it with pretty much with cell respiration. However, we get to talk about a little bit of comparison between cellular respiration and photosynthesis. So this is just a picture of saying the same thing I just said. So we have glycolysis, we have the 2 pyruvates that turn into acetyl-CoA. Meanwhile, we got the ATP in there. It made 2 NADHs, and like I said, this is just a diagram. Those were all made in electron transport chain. The 6 NADHs from Krebs cycle also made 2 ATP, Same things in there. All right, so for the last part, we need to talk about how cell respiration and photosynthesis are similar and different. Compare and contrast, because our next part of this unit is photosynthesis. So, if you remember, sunlight supplies all energy. Got it. Good. So the raw materials for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, to occur, needs carbon dioxide and water. That's what cell respiration gives. So it makes glucose. The raw materials for cell respiration are glucose and oxygen. These are exactly opposite, guys. Just turn the arrow the other way. I'll show you guys that in class. And so we make cellular energy, the glucose is broken down. This is showing the same thing, a little bit more simplistic. Oops. And so we have photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast, and it makes glucose. That's that organic molecules is glucose and water, which cell respiration uses. Cell respiration uses that, makes carbon dioxide and water, which photosynthesis uses. It's amazing. Energy is coming from the sun for photosynthesis, and we are creating energy in cell respiration. So this kind of just shows everything in table content. So respiration occurs in all organisms. Don't forget, plants, animals go through this. Photosynthesis, anything that contains chlorophyll, which we usually just think about as plants, but it could be algae. There are some bacteria as well. Respiration is breaking down the glucose, whereas photosynthesis is using that light energy and making glucose. Respiration produces carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. Photosynthesis produces glucose and oxygen, and then switch around for the reactants. And that last part, exergonic, all that means is that we are creating energy. Photosynthesis is taking in energy. That's all that means. All right, guys, you are done with cell respiration, but you can't wait for photosynthesis. See you guys later.